Have you ever sat back wondering why people feel this incessant obsession with categorizing absolutely all demographics, whether this is by occupation, ethnicity, gender? Though it is admittedly fairly stupid, the frame of mind would probably garner my sympathy if it had not been for certain criteria being so mind-bogglingly dumb. Generations do not make a difference. Age is much more reliable as a demographic. I mean, cohorts born 15 years or especially 18 years apart will be vastly different due to constant shifting of society. Are they not? Another issue with the concept of generations is that, though personalities can vary a lot throughout a given generational period, concurrently generations really are not as different as it may seem. When Zoomers are as old as the current baby boomers, they will be complaining about the youngins, lamenting about how much better life was before, complaining about the youngins, etc., as ye old boomers do now. Why? Because age is the greatest factor of our generational divide. What I mean to say is, people over-exaggerate the traits of their own generations, often using themselves as a mirror of these. Sure, baby boomers are more predisposed to become workaholics due to better economic conditions around the 1970s. Zoomers are technologically savvy because of a technological influx. Generation Alpha is brain damaged because of lacking internet regulation. Otherwise, the generational divide consists of mostly myths, some of which are simply made up because of a select group from a given generation coincidentally sharing a palate or values. Based on personal eyewitness reports, you may say, Generation Z are funnier than Generation X. To that, I would say, how many X-Men do you know? Do you truly believe that you have the authority to put these vastly different people in a massive bubble based on very abstract, subjective concepts? It is especially annoying when people paint their generations in entire terms such as LOL or humble braggers stan. You idiots, these terms are not just confined to your generations. Anyone can use them. At the end of the day, how are perceptions of different generations any different from perceptions about different countries, for example? Proclaiming that all boomers are terrible is really no different from claiming all Swedes are abhorrent, even though, you know what, I have to restrain myself. Back in the olden days of COVID-19, I remember people genuinely venerating the pandemic without a shred of irony, celebrating the boomer remover, simply because boomers were viewed as rude or annoying. By the way, that meme you posted back in 2020 about this trend, you should definitely delete that. It certainly is not doing any wonders for your digital footprint. In truth, all generations are and should be seen as equal. Except Generation Alpha. That generation can eternally rot in hell.